This podcast is part of the Pull Up a Chair podcast network. Let's build community through connection, conversation, and collaboration. Welcome to
How's That Working For You?
Where
We spill the tea about relationships, millennial adulting, or whatever else life decides to chuck at us.
Hey V, what's up?
Just struggling with freaking adulting.
What's going on right now?
So right now I feel like I am drowning in responsibilities, and I'm just really missing my teenage years, the young youthfulness, because there's so much that they never teach you, or nobody ever really taught me, at least, how to be a responsible adult. And now that I'm here, I'm having to figure it all out on the fly. And no matter how good I'm doing, I always feel like I'm failing. Because when something goes wrong, I look around for a more adulty adult. Even though I'm 25, I should have my shit together.
Okay,
and I don't.
I'm not surprised, because you're the most adult person in your life.
Oh my god.
It's really fucking sad. But it's just sad. I mean, but you're selling yourself short. Don't listen to the past 5 seconds of what she said. Stop it. She's very good at being an adult. Super good at it. This beautiful, very responsible and put together woman that she will never take credit for, which is so stupid. Stop it.
Okay, now I know you're not watching my YouTube videos because I am not pretty right now. You just outed yourself.
I see enough of your Instagram posts, okay?
The chub has come on.
Which, by the way, are great.
I'm letting it all hang out right now. I don't care. You can see the rolls.
Yeah, it's, just go check her out. I think it's I'm Cringe Queen at Instagram. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Well, thank you for the shout out, Kat. I really appreciate it. So sweet. You're so good to me.
I am, aren't I?
Yes, let it go to your big headed. Everybody loves that.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, to be real here, V taught me a lot of the stuff that I know. She helped me get through the last 2 years of college. Actually not the last year, but I feel like the last few months of college, she definitely got me through that. College meaning undergrad. And she not only did that, but she pulled me out of a very toxic relationship, which I feel like a lot of people who aren't really that versed in adulthood wouldn't be able to do, I guess. Or actually, no, there are a lot of adults that are still stuck in terrible relationships. That's not a good
example.
No.
Yeah, well, I feel like nobody teaches you how to look for a healthy relationship. That's one thing that just is non-existent in most places.
It's true. It really is. Which is, I don't know, it took me so long. But now I'm here and I'm happy, and it's thanks a lot of it, at least the space that was created was thanks to you, because I don't know, I kept on clinging to this person that treated me like total poop.
Yeah, I've only ever heard of this guy, and the thing that let me know that, what's his name, Bob, was trash is we were talking on the phone, right? Probably as loud as you guys are listening to us now. If you're in a separate room, there's no way you can hear the other person talking. And I couldn't hear what he was saying, but all I could heard was angry man screaming like a banshee. And Kat letting me know that she had her head sticking out the window while she was talking, because apparently she was being too loud talking. And it was just this moment of, what the fuck's going on? I don't understand.
He had very sensitive ears. I don't know.
He had very sensitive everything. Yeah,
he had very sensitive everything. He was definitely the pinnacle of male toxicity, in the sense that he would show the world this very tough and what is that? Solemn, something like that. Stoic.
Oh, stoic.
Yes. Very tough and stoic man, but he was just an absolute mess. Absolute mess. and I allowed him to spill his mess all over me, and then I had to clean it up. So, but yeah, in ways, I guess, that helped me learn more, but V was the one that was like, fuck this man. He's not even a man at this point. He's an idea. I don't know what he's doing. I frankly, I don't care.
Anyway. You've moved on, and then, I don't know, it's just like, you should have known how bad that was, but you don't know what somebody doesn't tell you. Like, nobody's born with any innate knowledge. And it just, It sucks that it feels like people are just kind of left to the wayside to try to figure all this shit out by themselves with no help. And in moments where you're dealing with something you don't know how to deal with, it can sometimes feel like you're drowning. Like, hey, I am old enough that I should be able to figure this out on my own. And then you go to try to figure it out, and it's just not making sense, or just something's not clicking. And when you're, like, the oldest in your area, or the most mature in your area, who do you go for guidance?
Who do you go for, V?
Me.
I don't know.
Alright, when I was younger, this is going to sound crazy, especially coming from me, I used to meditate. And what? I would truly... Okay, I was very guru at one point in my life.
What the hell? How do I not know this about you? I'm literally a yoga instructor, and you've never brought up the fact that you meditated?
Yeah, I would sit in a room in a half lotus position for 4 hours a day and try to talk to my dead grandmother. Yes, my longest session was 6 hours, and by the time I quit, it was because I really had to pee.
4
like, really
hours.
Badly.
6 hours? What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, and I would try to commune with my dead grandmother to get her advice on stuff. Sometimes I believe in my soul that it worked. A lot of the times it didn't, so I eventually gave up entirely. I don't think I meditated in like 4 years. No, more like 3. Yeah, in like 3 years.
So like not long after you met me though, or not long before we became like closer friends. So like a year before, something like that. So like that was something. That was a huge part of your life for a long time. What the fuck?
Well, when we met, I was still a very private person, even to you. I've only recently started opening up about myself to anybody. Like, for a long time, my whole family believed I was gay, which, you know, that's fine. Being gay is fine. But I'm not gay.
Aren't you like pansexual? Which is
I am pansexual. I do prefer women to men, but I'm like in a heterosexual marriage.
Yes.
And it's just like when I brought a boy home, they're like, "What? Did she pay him? How much did she pay him?" Oh, you're laughing, but I'm so serious. I've always been a very private person.
Him? Oh my god.
My sister believed it. My sister truly believed that I had purchased a prostitute to be my escort for family functions.
Oh my god. They thought that. Oh my god. Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, see, this is another indication of how shitty her family is.
I'm a very private person, and so it's always been hard for me to ask for help, because I do have a good handful number of people in my life who I can turn to for help, but I feel so deeply guilty and awkward being like, hey, I don't know how to do blank, or I need help with XYZ.
No, but to be honest, like, I feel like most of the people... To be fair, except for your uncle, the one that, like, I don't know, looks like the Tapatio man.
Oh my god! I love you and hate you at the same time.
Oh god, no. I mean, except for that uncle who seems like really genuinely like a father figure to you, I feel like every other person in your immediate fam life has been just not an adult. Like, it's just I don't know. You just the first 10 seconds of this podcast is all bullshit. Because you're very good at adulting. you've been living on your own for a very, very long time. And you've been just killing it. I mean, obviously it's not easy, and yeah, we make mistakes, but but you're killing it, and you helped me get to where I am today. So, I mean, if I were to list off the things that V has done for me, is that she tried, at least. She tried, but I wasn't ready for it. Like, she tried to help me use like Google Calendar to schedule my life together. She tried to like get me to not procrastinate till the last minute to do things. She really tried, but it took me like a year after this to like really get to the point of like, oh, I need to get my shit together, because I wasn't ready for it, but she definitely tried. So like, for someone who talks to herself or talks about herself like she's not a good adult, like she manages so many, like she talked about in a last podcast how she manages a lot of different YouTube accounts. She's like a freelance content creator, designer, social media manager. I don't know.
I mostly do editing. In all reality, it's mostly like managing the back end and editing the content.
Yeah. So she does that. And for a number of people that I do not understand, so a lot of people in different areas of places. Anyway, she manages a lot. She manages to do a lot and then also make time for these other shitty people in her life. So I don't know how she does it, but she does. And I don't know. It's very, you're like a fish swimming upstream in a lot of senses, because life just really loves to push you back. It likes to push your buttons. It likes to like make you feel crazy sometimes. And basically, life likes to gaslight you.
I wish I could argue with that, but I feel like half the time I'm either crazy or I'm the only person that's right in the room.
I'm pretty sure it's the latter, though. The only times where you're not right are when I'm trying to tell you that you're amazing and you argue with me. That's the only time you're wrong. So
okay, I'm gonna remind you this next time we get into a fight, okay? I'm just gonna save this little clip and just like send it to you. There we go.
Okay, first of all, no, because that's not true. You know what I'm trying to say. That is so mean. Wow.
Good.
Oh,
now that that's all settled, let's give some last minute advice before we sign off for today.
Ooh. Adulting. Why don't you give the advice? Because you seem to be better at it.
All right. I would say no matter what thing you're struggling with as an adult, as long as you have some sort of internet connection, you can figure it out. Like if it's trying to figure out how to manage a checkbook, or having to figure out how to set up water to your new home, or having to figure out how to build your credit, just like go Google it. Know that you have the ability to learn whatever you need to learn, and just do the steps you need in order to get the thing done. Because when push comes to shove, the only person who's there to help you get to the finish line, sadly, is often you.
I can attest to this, is that I'm a Googler. You can solve a lot of problems with Google. I mean, you won't find the meaning of life on Google, but like you can solve a lot.
Well, according to Google, the meaning of life is 42. Well, that was like in 2013. Actually, I'm going to Google it right now.
The meaning of life is 42?
Yes, that is what it said in 2015 when I looked it up.
What? Now I'm Googling it.
Yes, what does your Google say?
I see a picture of 42. What does that even mean? What?
That is a puzzle for us to solve on another day. Check us out on social media and whatever your favorite podcast platform. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Hello, I'm Patrick.
I'm Andrew. And I'm Christian.
And I'm Allie.
And we are Rad Theater, a podcast where a bunch of friends play role-playing games and share a single brain cell, and the GM doesn't always have it. Oh, and it's theater spelled the correct way, Theatre.